keep an intention for healing?
No intention. Now, in that first book, The Secret of Instant Healing, it does have a chapter, a small chapter, I think a page and a half, on intention. And the reason I put it in there is because intention work at the time I wrote it, about 15 years ago, a little longer, everybody was excited about making intentions. And I felt that that was counterproductive. And in fact, now there's a lot of research to show traditional intention work doesn't work. And not only that, but in certain personalities, it causes depression and anxiety and some other problems. That experience of doing nothing wipes all that away. You don't need an intention. In fact, I teach an intention course, and it's how to do nothing, how to not have an intention, and then have your life evolve as a result. That book is called Eufeeling, just Eufeeling. But you actually need to practice doing nothing until you can do nothing as an intention. It doesn't make sense. It's just silly because we're talking about nothing and doing nothing, and you can't do nothing. You can only be nothing. So in that first book, there's a short thing on intention, and it's basically how to not have an intention. But it's not understood that way. Also, the intention is based on the premise that like attracts like, right? If we have good feelings, we get good feelings, kind of like a karma basis. And in fact, we want to break the wheel of karma. We want to step beyond karma. So when one is doing nothing, one is not influenced by karma. So you've broken the wheel of karma by doing QE. And as you continue to live in that natural state, then you're not bound by cause and effect.
I asked that because most of the energy healing modalities, they say within where the intention is, the energy flows. So I was wondering if a quantum entrainment also had that intention aspect as part of the healing. So in that
No,
context, I had asked.
free of intention. As soon as you have an intention, that means you want something. You desire it. And then you are going to push yourself in that direction. Now that works out here on this level, but the best thing is to not have the intention and move in the direction that is naturally best for you, right? And you don't know that. If you're busy up here telling yourself what you need, you can't listen to what you really do need. So if you're going to do traditional intention work, first do QE, and you'll be more in tune with it. And what we find when we do the QE intention is, in traditional intention work, you have the desire, then you do the intention work, and then you get what you want because like increases like, and then you're happy. Okay. So in QE, the intention is it can be anything you want, but the first thing we do is we fulfill the basic desire for every human being. So you go right to happiness, right to fulfillment, and then wait to see what happens. You see, it's totally different. So if you're going to control your life, become aware. You start by non-control. And this will help steer you away over time from the need to control. That desire that you have for that new car comes ultimately from the basic desire to be one with yourself, to be free of desire. You see? And you only make it worse by if you get what you want, you increase the ignorance. You increase the idea that this works, and so you do it again. Oh, it didn't work this time. Didn't work. Oh, but this time it worked. Then you start saying, I want this beautiful chair that vibrates and reclines and everything. That's my desire. And you go through the whole thing. And the next day you're walking outside and you see in the garbage somebody throws a chair away. Just an old wooden chair. And you say, I got my desire. There's my chair. All right. This happens. I mean, it sounds silly, but it happens because people want so badly to be able to control their lives so that they can fulfill the inner desire to be at peace, to be non moving. And it just gets worse. If you get what you want, it gets worse. If you don't get what you want, you're actually better. There's in Ishupanishad, there's a verse. It says those people who are attached to the relative world, to the things doing it, they're damned. They're not going to experience enlightenment. They're damned. It says those people attached to the spiritual world, they're doubly damned. It's much harder for them to become enlightened because they don't move. Here, if you do enough intention work, you say, I'm not very good at it, or it doesn't work, or something. And then you kind of stop trying. But religious zealots or spiritual zealots, they're, they will hurt themselves. They will deny all because, I am going to become enlightened no matter what. And it's very hard to shake that person from the ignorance, from the ignorance of doing.
They say there's no cure for spiritual ignorance. Like you can cure other ignorance, but spiritual ignorance is even more dangerous to heal.
I like that. Exactly what Ishupanishad is telling us. When we experience nothing, we want for nothing. We're at peace. It feels joyful, peaceful. And when we lose it, then we start working out here again, controlling again. When we're aware of Eufeeling, the nothing or the express Eufeeling, we don't need to do anything. I mean, we still take care of our needs, we eat. But when we do it, we don't need to do it to satisfy our desire, a psychological desire. We do just what's good for us, what's good for other people. It all falls into place because Eufeeling is not just Eufeeling is everything. Eufeeling is the typewriter, right? Eufeeling is the quilt with the koi. It's the book. It's Frank. It's the air.